Even if you don't watch football, you know the two names, Messi and Ronaldo. For nearly 2 decades, they haven't just dominated the sport. They've become two of the greatest athletes in human history. For years, their rivalry was the definitive debate in modern sports. You were either on one side or the other, and the arguments felt like they would go on forever. But recently, Ronaldo fans have had a tough time defending their point when it comes to the longevity. The shift really began when Messi lifted the World Cup in Qatar, a trophy that famously eluded both players their entire careers. Since then, Cristiano's career has felt like a steady decline. Today, with both players playing outside of Europe, fewer people watch them at club level. That's why everyone was so curious to see how they would perform in the 2026 World Cup. Both players were obviously to start if fit, but no one expected them to look the same as they did in their prime. That's what makes Lionel Messi's current performance so shocking. At 39 years old, he is playing with the exact same impact we saw 4 years ago. Right now, he's actively topping the tournament's Golden Boot race, scoring unbelievable goals and carrying a massive influence on the pitch. But the biggest difference? Argentina plays for him, not against him. You can particularly attribute this to their vastly different play styles, a factor that has always made the GOAT debate so complex. Historically, Ronaldo was an ultimate goal scorer, while Messi was an ultimate playmaker. Over the years, however, Messi has evolved into both. That dual identity is exactly why so many in the football community now hold him superior. What makes the debate so difficult to justify right now is that Ronaldo simply isn't close to where he used to be. Don't get me wrong, still a great player, but he's not operating on Messi's current level. Style of play is a massive factor here. Cristiano's game has always relied heavily on physical dominance, strength and stamina. Messi, on the other hand, just walks. Honestly, my favorite thing to do when watching Argentina is just to keep my eyes entirely on Messi. Watch how he walks calmly, scanning left and right every few seconds. The moment he receives the ball, he already knows exactly what to do with it, executing passes that make it seem like he can literally see into the future. Ronaldo, by contrast, is visibly struggling because he plays in a team that doesn't seem to want to play for him. Ronaldo isn't washed, but the chemistry is completely missing. Before the tournament started, Portugal was a heavy favourite. On paper, they have arguably the best midfield three in the world, a remarkably strong squad, and even depth on the bench. So why didn't they play Ronaldo's strengths? The media loves to look for stories, but they clearly seem to be lacking the unity within the squad. If his teammate had crossed more and utilised him as a definitive focal point, the way Argentina does for Messi, Ronaldo would have likely been right there competing for the Golden Boot as well. Instead, a complete lack of chemistry cost them dearly, while Argentina are on their way to the quarterfinals. Portugal's manager Roberto Martinez does have a notoriously mixed record when it comes to managing golden generations, and his tactical approach ultimately ended in failure at the hands of Spain. This leaves us with a harsh truth. Can you really be called the greatest player to ever exist without a World Cup? Football is a team sport, which probably frustrates Ronaldo more than anyone, especially since position for position, Portugal's squad is arguably superior to Argentina's. It really just came down to chemistry and management. If Messi goes on to lift the trophy yet again, Ronaldo fans might truly have to go into hiding. The argument will officially be over. To me, as a Messi fan, the debate does feel settled. But if we look back 5 to 10 years, wow was it close. Both of these men will forever be remembered as the greatest to ever grace the football pitch. When looking at their absolute peaks, the debate was still incredibly legendary and worth having. So I want to hear from you. In their absolute prime, who are you taking? Messi's peak or Ronaldo's?